Hello and welcome back. In this video, we'll be discussing Cardano. It has grown significantly in popularity over the last year and has garnered huge media attention from both Forbes and Business Insider, which have published articles on its potential value proposition. Its supporters suggest that it could be the next big thing in cryptocurrencies. But what does it actually do, and is the hype justified? So, first off, what is Cardano? Cardano is a decentralized proof-of-stake blockchain platform released in 2017 and named after the Italian mathematician Girolamo Cardano. Like Ethereum, it aims to provide smart contract functionality, allowing developers to build applications directly on the blockchain. However, there are some key differences between the two platforms. Firstly, Ethereum uses a proof-of-work consensus mechanism, whereas Cardano employs a proof-of-stake variant called proof-of-Ouroboros. Secondly, Ethereum uses a virtual machine to execute code, whereas Cardano uses a more functional programming language called Haskell. Finally, unlike Ethereum, which is compatible with Solidity, Cardano is not compatible with Ethereum's virtual machine, meaning that dApps built on Ethereum cannot be easily migrated to Cardano. Developers will instead have to rewrite their code. So what makes Cardano different then? Well, Cardano differentiates itself by focusing on a scientific approach to development. According to its white paper, the team behind Cardano believes that consensus algorithms, cryptography, and other core mechanisms should be studied thoroughly to ensure the network's security. For example, Ethereum's transition to proof-of-stake is likely to reduce the environmental cost of the network. However, the Cardano team noted that they were concerned about the proposed proof-of-stake schemes because they had not been properly vetted. In response, they conducted extensive research and developed Ouroboros, a probabilistic proof-of-stake protocol that allows validators to produce blocks. Without having to expend significant computational energy, they believe that this results in a fairer distribution of rewards among stake pool operators who validate transactions on the network. Additionally, Cardano also offers improved smart contract functionality compared to Ethereum. Cardano's Haskell-based smart contracts, on the other hand, are theoretically more powerful than Solidity-based ones. Haskell is a pure functional programming language that supports lazy evaluation. Another way in which Cardano differentiates itself is through the use of its native token Ada. Unlike Ethereum's Ether, Ada has no direct use case within the network. Rather, it functions as a store of value and a means of exchange similar to Bitcoin. However, unlike Bitcoin, Cardano has a total supply of 45 billion Ada tokens, and since its launch in 2017, around 31 billion Ada have been circulated, giving it a market cap of around $75 billion at the time of writing. In terms of utility, Cardano appears to have a number of real-world applications. Cardano's website lists several projects that are currently in development, including SingularityNet, a decentralized marketplace for AI, AdaSwap, a decentralized exchange and lending platform, and Cardux, a non-custodial cross-chain exchange aggregator. Furthermore, Cardano is very much involved in the NFT space. Last month, the project launched a new NFT platform called NFT.io, which is designed to allow creators to mint NFTs without having to pay gas fees. In addition to these applications, Cardano has also partnered with several major companies, including Ethiopia Electric Services, a government-owned enterprise responsible for providing electricity. In Ethiopia, according to the agreement, Cardano will assist Ethiopia in developing a national blockchain system that will make it easier for farmers to obtain loans and provide financial services to rural populations. So now let's move on to the tokenomics. As mentioned earlier, Cardano was founded by Charles Hoskinson, who previously co-founded Ethereum. After raising over $60 million in an ICO in 2017, Cardano went live in July 2018 with the launch of its mainnet. Since then, the price of Ada has increased by over 10,000%. However, it is important to note that Cardano has not been immune to market volatility and has seen significant price drops during bear markets. It's worth noting that the market cap of Cardano has remained relatively stable throughout the recent crypto crash, suggesting that investors remain optimistic about the project's future prospects. So what about Cardano's roadmap? Cardano is currently in the process of implementing smart contract functionality, which was enabled by the successful completion of its Alonzo hard fork in September 2021. Following that, Cardano plans to introduce a number of new features, including a tokenization framework, a smart contract auditing tool, and a decentralized exchange. So what do the experts think? In terms of sentiment, Cardano receives generally positive reviews from industry experts. Charles Hoskinson has expressed confidence in Cardano's ability to challenge Ethereum for dominance in the smart contract space, stating that Ethereum's high gas fees will drive developers to seek alternatives. Many believes that Cardano's strong fundamentals and technical approach to development give it a bright future ahead. However, not all experts are so optimistic about Cardano's prospects. Barry Silbert, CEO of Digital Currency Group, has criticized the project's slow pace of development, pointing out that Cardano has yet to launch smart contracts despite being in development for several years. Our own analysis suggests that Cardano is well positioned to succeed in the long term, due to its focus on real-world applications and its large ecosystem of partners. However, it is important to note that the success of Cardano will depend on its ability to overcome technical challenges and execute its roadmap effectively. The competition in the smart contract space is fierce, and Cardano will need to continue innovating in order to stay ahead of the curve. In terms of valuation, on July 2025, Cardano's market cap of $20 billion is higher than many of its competitors, including Polkadot and Avalanche. However, it is also lower than Ethereum's market cap of $310 billion. Given Cardano's strong fundamentals and potential for growth, we believe that its current valuation is justified. So, should you invest in Cardano? We believe that Cardano is a good investment for long-term holders who are willing to take on some risk. The price of Cardano is highly volatile and susceptible to market conditions, but the project's underlying technology is sound and its roadmap is ambitious. If you're interested in investing in Cardano, we recommend doing your own research and due diligence before making any decisions. It's also important to note that this is not financial advice, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content.